Hello everybody and welcome to A Good Death. This is a Skyrim Permadeath series where the difficulty is always set to legendary and every new character is randomly rolled for. So random race, random class, random birth sign, and then random placement in the world. Also random Dragonborn status. So yeah, it should be a fresh new challenge, fresh new experience every single time. If you think this sounds pretty cool, please do hit the like and subscribe button because I try to do this every week. It's been hit or miss a little lately with the holidays and everything, but yeah, I tend to be pretty consistent. If you want to get the notifications, do hit those buttons. They're free and they help me out a lot, so please do it. Alright, last time was 2 weeks ago. I don't really remember a whole lot of what we did. I think we're doing the side quest for Olivia Moronen from the 3D NPC, the Interesting NPCs mod. So she's got us flying all over Skyrim looking for these pages of Shalador. We found most of them, except for the destruction page, and we have to go to, I think it's Bannermist Tower in the Falkreath area to go find the last page. And then we'll head back to the College of Winterhold, see what else she has for us. We also do have some of Shalador's writings for Urag, the librarian out there. Hey, the wind, look at you. Welcome, welcome. And the left-handed Jedi caught the start. Yeah, you did. Look at this. We've got quite a little party going here with Tom and the Jedi and the wind. Love you guys. So yeah, we're gonna head back up to Winterhold where we're gonna turn in all those quests, and then we do have the 10 Dwemer cogs now for Arniel too, so we'll be following up on that quest as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's get started. As you can maybe make out in the background there, we do have the ancestors whispering to us about a guy to kill, and that looks like Embershard Mine. So on the way to Falkreath, why don't we go take a look at Embershard and test our skills, see how we're doing, as opposed to when we came through here the first time. I think we've done Embershard, haven't we? Yeah, it's not cleared anymore, but let's go do that.
This is a real bandit problem, you know. I feel like there are more of them than there are normal people.
You know what? You might be right. More bandits than normal people? Alright, let's see what we've got here. We're gonna calm this guy, and then we're gonna cut him down. That seems to be the order, or the modus operandi for this bard here. Calm the guy, dual wield power attack with another calm hooked up to spell scribe in case he survives. There we go. Now we got some favor built up with the ancestors there. Z the Tired Fool. What incarnation? What incarnation is this? This, my friend, is Permadeath with our long-lasting bard here. Day 15. I still got to go back and look at the rogue and see how long he lasted. We got to be shooting for a record here. I just don't remember how long that guy lasted. We got a pretty good thing going here with the illusion and the saving roll from the Lover Stone. You dumbasses.
Don't forget the rock trap we rigged up. So, stop your work.
Yeah, nothing to worry about here. Go ahead and just chip away at that ore. I'll chip away at you. We got a chipping away conga line going there. I'll take your wine. That'll make Sanguine happy. I gotta see where my, let's see, where is my favor with, ooh, I'm a little hungry. And I got rock joint. Holy crap. Okay, maybe we'll stop by the Riverwood Trader before we go on any further. See if we can buy a Cure Disease potion if we don't have one already. Because this is pretty debilitative. 25% reduced weapon skills. I mean, with the tactics that we're using, we don't really need them. This is a low level area anyway.
Someone there?
need something. Somebody help!
I got him to stop mid-swing. Okay. Violence. Our bard is prone to violence. We knew this about him. He's a former Reaver from Morrowind. I haven't decided if he's from Morrowind proper, like the Vardenfell area, or if he's from the Solstheim area. So we know that he's prone to violence. You calm down.
Pick up some steel if you want to fight me. A fight. Get him. Kill him. Sleep well.
Oh, Lucian. Okay. That's it. I'm taking that staff away from you. You do not know how to use that responsibly. Come
I
here.
think we ought to get you to a shrine.
I think we ought to get you to a staff repository or something because
Sure, let's trade.
you are being reckless with this thing. What was it? Staff of the Damned? No. Staff of Vipers. It's the one he's got in his right hand. 50 points of poison damage per second to living targets. At least that thing's basically empty. This is like the third or fourth time he has almost killed us with that thing. I was mashing on my hotkey for my health potions and it just didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was just eating through it like crazy. Haster, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Got a good crowd in here today. Buffering, suffering. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any dropped frames, knock on wood. So everything's looking peachy on my end here. Where you get all the booze because that helps Sanguine. I did want to see Rosebud. Dying Love. Oh, okay. Got another, let's see, that's 15 minutes on the saving roll, so we're gonna have to be careful with that. I did want to see, we got Follower of Sanguine. Do I have Devotee? I do have Devotee. You can pray in combat, forcing the 5 nearest hostile people to dance for 20 seconds. 20 seconds is a long time in combat. The problem is if it locks me into that pray animation in the middle of combat,
I thought I saw something move over there.
that could be rough. So I might try that out in a little bit of a less dangerous situation if I can identify that early enough. Potatoes, I can... Okay, this is... an interesting thing I had in my hand there. I don't know how that happened, but okay. I must have accidentally equipped something when I was trying to take that staff from Lucian. Swift recovery, yeah. Well, that just comes down to the... Oh, that guy is... I forgot about that guy. He was being so quiet.
But none could know it was not for show.
Alright, bud. Nothing personal. Just business. Okay, I'm just going to take a few seconds to grab the different ingredients we got around here. Not going to bother with the ore because we're not a smith. But I do want to grab the chests. There's... Ooh, I do want to grab the chests. Two things. I do want to loot the chests. Might be some good enchanted equipment in there. Icarus, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Giving the sun a wide berth today, I hope. Not getting too big for your waxy britches. Can you craft a cure disease potion? I probably can, but I'd have to go all the way back to Ryek's End, which actually is not that far away now. I'd rather just not do all the backtracking, you know? I might have one on hand. It's very possible. Potion of cure disease. Look at that. I do have one. Boom shakalaka. He's on fire. Okay. Definitely got to get the boss chest in here too. Did I loot you already? Ooh, Phoenix Strike. This could be fun. Yes, please. I love Phoenix Strike. That's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, spells from Forgotten Magic Redone is Phoenix Strike. Not sure I have Clairvoyance either, but usefulness of Clairvoyance is kind of dubious at best. Atronach marks. Marks a target for 10 seconds. The mark detonates when struck by a summoned or reanimated minion, dealing magic damage equal to 15% of the target's health. That's pretty good. We do often summon a Dremora with the Sanguine Rose. Increases duration of alchemical potions by 30%. That's awesome. Do I have that enchantment already on my equipped hood? I do not. That might be something worth looking into. Okay, so at some point in either the last stream or the stream before that, I picked up the Toughened Traveler outfit, which is a great looking outfit. The problem is it was much less protective than the Alpha Rogue armor that I'm wearing right now. The armor on this is at 179. With the Toughened Traveler outfit, it was only like 42 or something like that. So I could not justify switching to it for pure aesthetic reasons. But I did find that the boots and the gauntlets, they kept pace with the Alpha Rogue stuff quite well, and they look a lot cooler too. So I added some visual flair. I remember not liking the boots in particular. I think they look pretty cool. They go pretty well together. And I just enchanted them with the same stuff that my previous gear had. We're also... yeah, so let's just go through that real quick, shall we? The armor that I have is from the Divine Elegance mod. It's a great mod. It gives you a great bunch of like unique armors, usually from like different games. It leans very heavily on stuff from The Witcher, I think. This, I'm not sure where this comes from. This looks just kind of like a mashup to me. But yeah, this is the Alpha Rogue armor. And I just have that fortifying light armor by 14 points, the skill itself. The hood also comes with that set. And I just have that reducing the cost of illusion spells and enchantments. And then I got a Mage's Circlet on underneath the hood. It just increases my magicka by 50 points. And this you just get through the course of the Mage's quest line, the College of Winterhold quest line. It's just a quest reward. And then Mordecai, this is one that I just put some straps on so that I could attach that to the belt on the right there, you see. And this just regenerates magicka 100% faster. We are not Dragonborn. I'm using Skyrim Unbound to randomly choose whether or not to be Dragonborn. And whether you can read word walls and whether or not there are dragons or when they spawn. There are dragons in the game. We are not Dragonborn, so we can't shout. But the magicka regeneration is great. Ring of Confusion. This is for our Discord and Cursed Rune spells through Forgotten Magic Redone. Strengthens those up. We also do have the Doppelganger spell in the Pyromancer school in that same mod. And that does apply Searing Pain and Ignite, or it can anyway if you perk into it. So I'm keeping that around, I'm just not wearing it right now. We did recently just finish the Galder Amulet quest, so with Zim's Immersive Artifacts, this is increasing all skills by 10%, and you progress in all of them 10% faster. And as a bard is a very hybrid class between magic and warrior stuff, and a little bit of rogue with the potions and the light armor. This is very useful. The bard is one of the most... Thought I just heard my dog running here. One of the widest hybrid classes in the game, or at least in Oblivion before they got rid of classes altogether with Skyrim. And then just one-handed attacks, doing 36% more damage. This was helping us out when we had the rock joint a lot, I bet. And same on the hands. So there we go. Combination of enchanting, alchemy, and illusion really enables us to be able to get the full use out of our dual wield power attack, which usually comes with a very large commitment as far as time, because that animation takes forever. I am perking into it to make it go a little faster, but it is extremely powerful. It's just the weakness is finding ways to use it. And right now I'm mostly using Calm for that. You can also hit them with a paralysis potion. If you're quick with your fingers, you can also use like the Foos shout, just the first little shout to knock them off balance. And if you do that, you have just enough time to do like a TK dodge roll to get in there, or just sprint up to them and then land a full dual wield power attack and then dodge back out. So TK dodge actually helps us out a lot too. Normally when you do a dual wield power attack, you're locked into position there. You can't move around much. And it's actually pretty quick now that I'm perked into it and I got a dagger in the left hand. But I can actually cancel out of that and do a dodge roll to quicken the recovery on it. So TK dodge isn't just a dodge mod, in my opinion. It actually enables a lot of mobility that just wasn't available before, which is why it will always and forever be in my mod list. It doesn't have to be TK dodge in particular. I just need a dodge roll mod of some sort, I think. Oh, I am... Did I get them all? Out of Magicka. I am going to take a few of the lightweight armor options here just as enchantment fodder. Just so I can get my enchanting up. Keep a little collection of things that don't weigh me down too much. Now, I thought that there was like a treasure map on one of these bandits here somewhere. Ooh, there's the Fetcher's Knife, though. I'm taking that. I thought there was a treasure map in here somewhere. I could be mistaken. Oh, no, she got calmed. She probably has it. Well, get out of the fire. No. You have it? I'm gonna take your cloak, too. That spell could get messy with a permadeath character. Yeah, the Viper one, for sure. Yeah, he almost killed us like 3 times previously. And that was like the 4th. And, yeah, he lost his Viper staff privileges, for sure. Yeah, I thought there was a treasure map on one of those guys up there. I'll have to check off stream. Oh, and here's the Talos Shrine up here. There's always some kind of enchanted weapon on the Thalmor agent up here. Oh, I already stripped him down. Got to him already. Yeah, I may have already looted the bandit with the treasure map over there if I've gotten up to that shrine already. Dodge roll is kind of essential when modding for difficulty. Yeah, I kind of agree too. Otherwise, I mean, Ordinator has the perk in light armor that when an enemy does like a power attack and you're not blocking, it speeds you up by like 250% or something like that. That's something, right? There are ways around it. You can increase your movement speed enough just to be able to dodge on foot. And I've seen people like Magus make good use of that. I need a little more. For me, a lot of video game critics have been, one of the buzzwords these days is game feel. And there's something to it, right? It's not just a buzzword. How a game feels like through your hands, through whatever input device you're using, be it controller. I'm a controller player. I'm using a Xbox Elite Series 2 controller here. Or if you're a keyboard mouse player, the way the game feels going like through your hands, through your fingers, and then into your input device, and what gets translated into what happens on the screen. A lot of that has to do with the mobility of your character. And I feel like a dodge mod is invaluable. Ouch. In really opening up mobility for your character. Just having something that you can do actively to cause your character to move in a different way that's like satisfying and fun goes a long way toward how enjoyable the game is in general. Ooh, butterfly, yeah. The Bard is an alchemist, so you might see me stop for alchemy ingredients. I try to keep myself from doing that on stream. Like right now it is killing me not looting these flowers. There we go. Now I feel better. I'll let that one go. No, I can't. I gotta take those too. Sorry guys. I know it's not compelling footage, watching somebody just collect ingredients all day. But once you play an alchemist once and you realize how powerful it is, you kind of get stuck in habits of just looting every single alchemical ingredient you see. Okay, so here is Bannermist Tower. Now, these Shalador's writings pages, before he was known as Shalador with this questline, they are usually defended by very powerful mages. So let's get ready for this. I'm going to use a Mortar and Pestle, and this is going to proc my Lab Skeever perk that I have through Ordinator, which boosts both the magnitude and the duration. It says 15 times longer for 20 seconds, but I believe it also boosts the magnitude of the spell too. At least it says so on the Nexus page for Ordinator. Yeah, it says so in the perk description too. Are 25% stronger. So for 20 seconds, every potion that I take is going to be 25% stronger and last 15 times longer. So, and the Mortar and Pestle was from the Hunterborn mod. You can get that from other, like CACO has one. I think there's a standalone version of it as well. So let's go ahead and, yeah, see, like health is increasing by 357 points. That's crazy. Regenerate health 396% faster for 4,500 seconds. Fortify Magicka, 66 points. That one's not quite as strong as the health one, but Fortify Magicka regenerates 95% faster. With the 100% regeneration speed from Mordecai, the mask there. Yes, please. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-coat Dawnbreaker with paralysis. What else we got here? Light armor. Yes, please. Probably less necessary against mage characters, but the mage up there might be defended by some melee fighters. One-handed, yes please. That's a strong one too. 86% more damage. We're going to be a wrecking ball here. Now here's the important stuff. Resist fire by 65%, and that's added to, not multiplied. Well, that might actually be multiplicative. I'm not sure really how that stacks with the Dunmer bonus to resist fire, but anyway, 65% resist frost, 21% resist magic, resist shock might be important, fortify stamina, yes please, that will keep us power attacking, and 267% faster on stamina regeneration here too. Now this is all going to last for a really long time, very strong. This is one of the more potent combos in the game. And another reason why I believe that alchemy is the strongest skill in Skyrim. And I would argue that for both Ordinator... Am I going the right way here? I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Both Ordinator and the vanilla perk trees. The way that you can buff up your skills and the way that crafting skills stack in this game, be it Ordinator or vanilla or any other... Well, I can't speak for things like Requiem, but things like Valkyrie and definitely Adamant and things like that. The way crafting skills stack, you're basically just reducing the difficulty of the game, which if you're playing Permadeath on legendary difficulty is one of the most powerful things you can do, is just reduce the difficulty. And if you do that through gameplay, there you go. Even Valkyrie breaks, yeah, it definitely does. I did play Valkyrie in Skyrim VR. And alchemy was very much broken in that too. Ha! Fire just tickles. Aaron Gray, huh? Yeah, I think the mod author, Chris Takahashi. Ew. That looks nasty. Just a bunch of pubes in that paper. Yeah, Chris Takahashi named all of these, the protectors of these Shalador's pages after Game of Thrones characters. Yeah, had to kill all the Starks in Windhelm. It was very Red Wedding. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's make like trees and get the hell out of here. You know what? While we're here, why don't we do Azura's thing here too? I feel like with the potions that we have, we can resist the mages that reside here and their spells that they might be zapping us with. Let's go do that. So we just need to go around the lake, and instead of going around the mountain here, we'll try to stick to the shoreline as much as possible. I use the harvest spell a lot. The harvest spell. What spell is that? I know there's a harvest overhaul that gives you like a lot of... That gives you like a lot of ingredients from each like flower bush. Helpful alteration pack or perk, I'm guessing. Helpful alteration perk in Ordinator? I don't remember there being one in Ordinator. Sorry, Jedi, I'm just not picking up what you're putting down right now. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Probably my fault. I also know that there is a mod that allows you to, it's like auto collect every alchemy ingredient that you walk by, it'll auto collect it for you. Just pick it right up off the ground without you having to do anything. Communication failed. We'll get it next time. Okay, don't feel like getting wet, so let's go around this outcrop here. So I'm trying to think about unique challenges in Ilinalta's Deep. I don't think there's much. There's just a bunch of mage enemies. I believe it's also a necromancer lair, so there are going to be skeletons there, and they're going to reanimate dead things, which doesn't really bother me too much. What really bothers me most about the necromancers is just their straight up ability to zap you with powerful destruction magic. Also, mages tend to bring wards out during combat, which will really put a damper on that pacify spell I've been using. But it's nothing that heavy resistances via potions and some paralysis on my blade can't help. I can't, like, you know, completely defeat, right? Just brute force the damn thing if everything else fails. Now, next Permadeath character will have all the AE stuff integrated. There is a fishing spot right here in AE. And there are a lot of new fish that add new alchemical ingredients to the game, so that'll be nice to have. It also adds a bunch of unique items that you can fish up. Not just fish, but... Ow. What the hell? Oh, okay. I was like, why are you zapping me, Lucian?
And another one bites the dust.
Thanks for the courage. So yeah, I think it's just necromancers, and the main challenge with the necromancers is just their destruction spells, I think. And the fact that they tend to be pretty mobile, so... Got a little wet there. We'll be alright. The weather's nice, we're not gonna freeze. Oh yeah, so I was talking about fishing. There are a lot of unique magical items. Like, you can get some pretty fancy rings and enchanted jewelry that are very powerful with the fishing creation. Things like the Warlock's Ring gives you an automatic ward whenever you block and also increases your movement speed and health regeneration. The Vampiric Ring gives you Vampiric Drain, even if you're not a vampire. There's the Ring of Khajiit, which gives you the Hide spell, which you don't actually have to be skilled at all in illusion to now have a low-cost, albeit low-duration invisibility spell that you have access to. That otherwise you'd have to have expert level illusion spell or illusion skill to be able to even buy the spell. And then it would be questionable whether or not you could even use it based on its high cost of use. There's Spideys too in the Creation Club. Oh, Spidey's in Ilinalta's Deep. Yes, there are. So we're going to have to watch our poison resistance. I think I have potions for that, don't I? Mod that adds spells like Harvest to collect plants and... Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I haven't used that mod. I haven't really even heard of it, but it does sound very useful. All those rings and enchanting gear are also included. Yeah, but it's not the same enchantment, so there is overlap there. If you have both Legacy and the Creation Club stuff, you're either going to have 2 different copies that do 2 different things in your game, or you got to have a patch that favors one over the other. How's the Druid character coming along? It is coming along very well. It's okay. So the Triumvirate stuff is tough, right? Let me pause to talk about this real quick. The Triumvirate stuff is tough because there are, 15 new spells that I have to learn, and not all of them have obvious uses, right? But I'm trying to really find significant uses for each and every one of them. Like for the Druid, the one that has questionable use is the Impenetrable Grove, where you make trees grow out of the ground that then become like an obstacle for enemies to get around. There are ways to make that useful. I just had to find them. So not only am I trying to find uses for each one of these 15 new spells, but I'm also trying to develop play styles based on them and their combinations, right? And the Druid was even harder than the Shadow Mage because based on my research of Druids in Dungeons and Dragons, the Druids are like the ultimate adaptable handyman of any party because of their shape-shifting abilities. They can like literally shapeshift into any kind of natural creature, right? So with that, I mean, there is like werewolf form, there's horned lord form, there's human form, there's like a stag form that you can take if you're trying to just travel really quickly. So it's not just one playstyle like the Shadow Mage was. It's actually 3 different playstyles that I'm trying to work with: the werewolf, the horned lord, which are different enough to be like their own separate thing, and then human form, which is adaptable all on its own because of the different spells you have access to. So this playthrough right now is probably going to be over 200 hours by the time I'm like, okay, now I'm done. I'm going to start editing footage together. I'm still trying to do the Dragonborn DLC. That's the next thing. I gave up trying to do the quests for the werewolf totems because I already have a werewolf guide out there. I'm probably just going to reference that in my Druid guide. So I'm going to skip that. I'm just going to go right to the Dragonborn one because I need to reconfigure my perk choices, and that's the only way in game to do that. There are also some shouts that I want to fiddle around with these play styles in this class. So there still is some gameplay. I think I'm done leveling. I'm at level 53. Level 50 is usually the cap of what you want to do as like a Skyrim character builder, because that's usually like what people consider the soft cap of like what they're willing to grind toward, and then it just becomes kind of prohibitively slow and difficult after that, and just too grindy. So the level is good. The number of perks I have is good. I just need to restructure them. Boo! Doing a lurk. Okay. Hey there, Strudel. Hope you're doing well. Very cool. I'm intrigued. You put a lot of thought into your builds and it shows. Well, thanks. Yeah, that's how I'm trying to differentiate myself. There are a lot of people who do a lot of different builds and do a really good job of it. I consider my biggest upfront competition, or the person that I'm closest to in the way that I build these things, is Belisarius. I go deeper into every aspect of a build than he does, but I really strive to find creative synergies, and he is the master of creative synergies. He uses the Vanilla Plus stuff, so there is more stuff available to me because Ordinator and the full Anirim overhauls are they enable a lot more diverse playstyles than the Vanilla Plus stuff does. Hello there, Panicked Monk. Okay, we got Strudel. We got Panicked Monk. Welcome, welcome. And now that these two are here, the party can really go into full swing, right? Okay, let's re-up on all of our buff potions here. Particularly, we want to pay most attention to our resistances because we got a lot of mage enemies here. We are here in Ilinalta's Deep. We're trying to gather the busted up Azura Star. Lab Skeever is procced. Let's get buffed up here. Fortify health, regenerate health, yes please. Fortify Magicka, yes please. Regenerate Magicka. We're gonna go ahead and pre-coat our sword again with paralysis, just because I don't want to get in there and not be able to stop whoever is casting magic at me in perpetuity. Fortify Illusion, just in case I want to try to calm somebody. Light Armor, just in case we have a melee attacker or like skeleton archers or whatever, one-handed to boost damage. Resist Fire, here's the good stuff. Resist Fire, Resist Frost, Resist Magic. Resist Poison, because Haster was saying there are spiders in here. Resist Shock. Generate Stamina and Fortify Stamina. Okay, still looking good on stock levels for these two. Alright, let's try to get through all these enemies here. We're not gonna be stopping too often to loot the things because I want to get the full effects of my potions before they wear off, you know? So we're gonna do a speed run here. Alright, did that get that guy? Nope. Nice, Lucian. Nice shooting, Tex. We're gonna do it Wicked Wind style, or Grey Mischief, or Stealth Gamer BR style, doing these dungeon clears over here. Ha! What was this? It was a Necromage. These guys are usually pretty high level. Ooh, he got me on the backswing, huh? I did dodge the forehand blow there, but it looks like he comboed that up with a backhand blow on the recovery and got me the second time. Okay, got him hung up on the chair there. Alright, we got more necromancers here. Raising dead. Do we have anyone in here? After all that, dude's gonna have to pee. Yeah, if I were playing the Witcher here, that toxicity level would be through the roof. You'd be having those black veins all over the place. Okay, we got a zombie over here. Let's try to just go right past the zombie. We got to get to the head honcho over here first.
I'm getting out of here.
You think so, huh? Wow, she was tough. She took a lot of punishment. Was she an Arch Necromancer? Was that who that was? Yeah, Arch Necromancer. Okay. She looked like she was just wearing regular old robes. But she was wearing the tribunal stuff. Cool. Okay, I think that might have been the like #1 boss of this area. Reinhardt's hide boots. Okay, let's see if I can find out where Reinhardt is from. Probably a modded NPC, because that name doesn't sound too familiar. Hey, Python Hi-Adder. Feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. I mean, I've been hit or miss for a few weeks here. The holidays were tough, and then yeah, my dog getting sick was tough.
More souls are needed for the star.
Over here.
Died before he could be harvested.
Been lost in Skyrim of late myself. Nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna be out of town next weekend, guys. Sorry. So it's been really hit or miss for me with these streams lately. Yeah, I'm going to see the in-laws. It's my mother-in-law's 80th birthday that we're celebrating, so it's kind of a big one. Ooh, more triumvirate stuff. That's a master necromancer. Not an arch one. Still tough.
Ow! Ow! Ah!
I think I broke Lucian.
That was exhilarating.
Was that exhilarating? You did seem to be enjoying it, whatever the hell you were doing over there. All right. But after that, I should get back to a more normal, regular schedule.
Another soul.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, the dual wield power attacks are unwieldy, funnily enough. Well done, Lucian. Slanging fire like it's your job. I'm into it. Okay, I think that's it, right? Now just the broken star is up here, unguarded with Malin Varen's corpse. Oh, yeah. So the tough part of this is going to be actually cleansing the star. Getting Malin out of there. We don't have to do that right now. Maybe we'll do that next stream or whatever. Azurbrand. Is that... That looks like a great sword. Oh, it's just a regular sword. Okay, so if we do decide to become a worshiper of Azura, we could take this one on. It would kind of go with our heavy metal motif. We'll hang on to that. I'm not gonna accept Azura just yet. We're kind of Sanguine Bay right now. I still want a chance to use that. I just didn't feel comfortable doing that in this dungeon crawl because with all the mages and stuff, it's just a little risky trying that out here. I might actually try that off stream. Just call Permadeath immunity on myself and just see how that works. See how I might be able to integrate it into my playstyle a little bit. It'd be cool for a bard to be able to do that. Let's see, Python. I just enjoy it while you can, Karn. Happy birthday, Mom. Nice. Thank you. Caladran. I heard here be snacks. Yeah, careful when Caladran starts talking about snacks. She plays vampire characters. So she's not looking for, you know, gummy worms and pretzels. She's looking for a juicy neck. I call not it. Okay, so that does it for a lot of different things here. All right, let's head back to the college. We have some things to drop off. We have a lot of stuff to drop off. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of poke my way back through Ilinalta's Deep here. I can come back off stream and loot the chests and stuff, but I really just want to get like the dead bodies, the corpses, because those might be cleaned up. Oh, this light limit fix or this light limit bug is just been the bane of Skyrim modders' existence for 11 years, almost 12 years now. Okay, let's see, anything in the ash pile? Yeah. Nothing but a couple corpses down here. Bone meal I'll take. Okay, so that was a pretty good run, I feel like. I was well prepared. Came through here like a wrecking ball, which is kind of what you gotta do against powerful mage characters, you know? You gotta close the distance as soon as possible, especially if they're popping those wards up. It's gonna be really hard to debilitate them or disable them before you approach. So if you're a melee fighter, you know, sometimes it's best just to, you know, pop a potion. Get the hell in there. Doors of Oblivion. I think this is a Hermaeus Mora book. Conjuration. I think I already turned down Hermaeus Mora's Temptation, which pops up when you read that book for the first time. Ol Herma Mora. Yeah, again, this is all just like enchantment fodder. Sanguine likes it when you drink booze, so I'm collecting all the booze too. Do you guys know how to convert Skyrim SE mods to LE? Yeah, that tends to be a little more... I haven't tried it yet, to be completely honest with you. It could be as easy as just resaving it in the LECK, but I don't know. I've heard that it's a little more complicated going that way than from LE to SE, which I've done several times. But going the other way, I'm not really sure. You could try it. The other problem is the NIF optimizer, which is meant to get the meshes optimized for SE from LE. I don't know if there's a backwards tool for that. I've kind of been kicking around the idea of installing LE. Ooh, that Red Bull was tart. Woohoo! Almost just drooled all over my pop filter here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the NIF optimizer, which is supposed to optimize LE meshes for SE. I don't know if there's a way to go backwards on that. So you might run into meshes that are incompatible going from SE to LE, and there might not be a way to fix that. Just like there was going the other way, like immersive weapons for a long time. You had to disable certain meshes and remove certain items from the immersive weapons pack when you're using the LE version on SE back in the day, before there was a proper SE version for it.
How's the water?
You tell me, bud. Come back up for air. Okay, now we got a lever or something up here that drops this drawbridge. There it is. Need Space Girl. Is it Space Girl? In my game, which is possible for sure. Okay. Yeah, if you've seen other people do it for LE, convert that specific mod over, then it's probably doable and it's probably fairly simple. Get the ingredients and the potions. Loot the bodies. Nether rift. That's alteration. We can't use that. I do always get excited when I find a forgotten magic. Tome, though. Bound dagger. I can sell that off, but can't use it. Not using conjuration. Sorry, I know this is very compelling footage here. So yeah, let's see. We talked about the druid. I got to get back into Mortal Kombat so I can do my scorpion build. I've teased you guys with that one long enough. It's time to do it for real. Kind of looking forward to that one. I got a few original builds rattling around in my head too. I also do really want to do a Triumvirate Warlock playthrough because one of my original builds uses those some of those spells, and I want to just get the full stack of knowledge on that archetype. And it also just seems interesting as hell with the spirit binding and the summons. And it's been a while since I played like a truly like dark character. Like Magus does it all the time. I usually play like between the lines type characters, shades of gray type thing. Everything else is too heavy. Not really good. Sort of like neutral, like lawful neutral is a lot of what I play. It's been a while since I played just a truly dark character. I think the last truly dark character I played was Alcunil, my my alchemist assassin that I was doing the Machinima series for. And that was a lot of fun. Haven't really played a dark mage yet. Which is sad because there are a ton of really cool spells in a lot of the spell packs that I'm running that, you know, a character who isn't just totally evil wouldn't make use of. Oh yeah, all your booze belong to us. It is all scripts, says mod author. Okay, nice. Then you should be okay. Papyrus scripts are papyrus scripts. Ooh, a human heart. Look at that. Not every day you see one of those just laying around. And there are some classic classes I want to get back to too. The hang up I have on the classic classes right now is that I've done 2 sneaky archer types in a row, the agent and the acrobat. And since I'm going in alphabetical order, the next one is going to be the archer, which is another sneaky archer archetype. So I might skip around. I kind of want to do like either like a witch hunter, which is an archer but it's not sneaky, or a barbarian. Kind of leaning toward barbarian. Okay, I think this place is cleansed. I have exorcised the demons. Silent Echo, welcome, welcome. Hope you are off to a good start this weekend. I know I am. Got to sleep in a little bit. My dog is feeling mostly back to normal. Got some snuggles and kisses from her. Did some belly rubs, just begging for treats. She's feeling a lot better. She still gets a little wonky at night. I think there's some PTSD there from the New Year's Eve fireworks, and then we had like a really bad thunderstorm the next night. So 2 nights of like traumatic stress for her. And she hasn't quite been all the way right all the way through the night since then. It's been a while. Poor pup. It was that and a combination of some minor pancreatitis that I think we have all cleared up, because she does not seem to be in pain at all anymore. All pretty minor stuff, but she's 12 years old, at least to our best estimation. And that's about the shelf life of like a beagle, right? She is a mix, so she has some dachshund in her. Dachshunds tend to live a little longer. And I feel like mixed breeds in general tend to live a little longer. So we probably have a few good years left in her. But any little thing that goes wrong at this age is just really scary. So glad to have her back to normal. And also, I was talking about the trip that we had planned we're going all the way up to Pennsylvania, Magus's neck of the woods, actually, to celebrate my mother-in-law's 80th birthday. We're going to be there for about a week. So leaving her right now, especially when she wasn't feeling that great, it was a tough prospect. So just kind of wrestling with that stuff, like emotionally and everything. I think we're in a good place now, though. Glad to hear about the pupper. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's, this dog, my wife rescued this dog, like a week after we first met on our first date. So this dog has been here since, like, the beginning of our relationship. So she's, like, really part of the family, you know? She's been with us for 11 years now, going on 12. So she is a very important part of our lives, and when she's not around anymore, it's really gonna mess with us pretty badly, I think. But all we can do is just make the most out of every single day and every single minute that we have, and don't turn down a single puppy kiss or belly rub, I think, or snuggle. Didn't want to ask in case it wasn't good news. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I need help, by the way, as if total noob. Yeah, there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube, Python. I would suggest that too. They're going to do a better job of walking you through everything than we're going to be able to do in chat here. But the basic high level of it... Alright, who is that? That's probably a bandit. The basic high level of it is you want to... download the creation kit for LE, which, you know, you can just search for that on YouTube and you'll come up with something decent. Install that. It's probably through a Bethesda launcher. You probably have to... Who are these bozos? And then you'll want to open up that mod in the LE creation kit. And then just save it there. And that should be it. You might have to unpackage it and repackage it and all that, but a good YouTube tutorial will walk you through all that too. An animal that has been with you. Oh, yeah, I mean... And my wife and I are dog people, but we don't want kids. It's just a decision that we've made. We kind of want to be selfish with our time and our lives. So we're, instead of raising other human beings, we'd kind of rather spend that time working on ourselves and traveling and experiencing things in the world. And hard to do both, I think. We just had our priorities. But we do love dogs, and so that little dog is like our child. Which sucks because then it's like, you know, the shelf life of any dog is far less than a human, and it's like losing a child. I don't think it's probably to that extent, right? I'm sure that there's like some kind of special relationship that you have with a child that you've you know, worked with somebody else to raise and actually create. But yeah, it's it sure feels like that sometimes with this dog. High tolerance.
You really think I can be a blacksmith someday, Papa? As good as Yorlin Greymane? Or maybe even as good as you?
Oh, I know it. Keep working hard like you've been doing.
I have a character I'm about to become Thane in every hold. Ooh.
Skyrim has ever seen.
Richard, Thane of Everywhere. I love that character. I wonder when Gopher's gonna have another Let's Play. I wonder if Richard or
Whatever you
Leonard
need.
is done.
Buy you smear if it's simple and strong.
Yeah, I'm
I
not gonna
can
do that.
forge it.
Because it's been a while. I feel like...
But you see,
I don't know, has he become Thane of Everywhere? Has he finished that playthrough? What am I doing here? Who am I? Why am I here? Okay, let's go ahead and just stop off at Ryek's End and drop off some of this enchantment fodder so I don't accidentally sell it. Drop off the alchemical supplies. Major Slack said he's not doing any more Skyrim. That's all that guy does. A while ago already, though. Interesting. And that's like right after the AE stuff. I feel like he would have had a lot of AE content there. I mean, I know Major Slack does a lot of different things, but his other channel is not nearly as popular as his Skyrim channel, as his main one. He has been doing Oblivion. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know. I have not felt the need to go back to Oblivion, even with like a good mod list or anything. He did do a lot of AE content? Okay. I mean, AE content, so like channels like Skypothesis, I don't know if you guys, if everybody in the chat, I know most of you here in the chat are familiar with Skypothesis and keep up to date with them, but they are all vanilla builds, much like Major Slack. And their last build was an AE build using like AE stuff, and that really seemed to open them up to a lot of stuff. And I'm kind of surprised that Major Slack, I know he did do, you said he did do a lot of AE stuff, but there is so much there that you can create content off of. Like pretty much every single piece of weapon and armor, I can think of how to create a build off of that. And I plan to, not every single one maybe, but when I see one that I think looks cool, I want to make a build off of it. And there's so much of that stuff there. All right, what else we got? Let's see what we can do to disenchant some stuff. I'm gonna get rid of some of the grand soul gems. Ooh, sublimation. Okay, so yeah, this is a good one. Duration of alchemical potions. I feel like I might already have a lot of stuff in here. I do. Look at all that stuff I got. All right, Azure Brand's going in there. Ebony Hammer, sure. Gonna sell that Staff of Vipers. That thing is bad news. I've felt a weight lift off my shoulders once that was out of Lucian's hand, because he did tend to like to use that one a lot. The Atronox marked. I'm gonna hold on to this one, I think, because this is gonna work well with our Dremora that we conjure from the Sanguine Rose. Staff of Banishing. That stuff I can sell. All the stuff I can enchant goes in the box. Everything that I can't disenchant stays in my inventory so that I can sell it. Tonal Scholar, that build was slick. Yeah, that's the new one, right? Yeah, it was awesome, right? And I feel like they have been kind of just kind of meandering, kind of spinning their tires a little bit, trying to find unique ways to play the vanilla game. But I think that the AE content really opened them up in a new way, and I'm really looking forward to their next few builds here. Freedom for Lucian, let him do. Hey, we are on day 15. I'm not taking any chances here. Welcome, by the way, Maldaroth. I didn't see you slip in, but I'm glad you're here. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm going to keep the smaller soul gems here just because I need them to refill my enchanted weapons. Okay, everything else I can sell off. Okay, let's see here. It's almost 8 o'clock. Let's hitch a ride to Winterhold. We'll sleep in our bunk there. And then in the morning, we'll talk to Olivia, Arniel, and Urag. Do you have campfire? I do. If so, you can craft portable enchanting supplies. Yes. I may already have portable enchanting supplies. Let's see. Oh, I do not yet. I do with my druid though. My druid playthrough. That's why I thought I might have. I might have one. Yeah. No, that's good. I am very familiar with the enchanting supplies from Campfire. I use them all the time in my druid playthrough.
Leave me alone.
They're nice. It's almost like a mortar and pestle, but you have to spend bone meal each time you use it, which is not a big deal. Bone meal is extremely plentiful in this game. Just clear out any Draugr dungeon or any place with skeletons, you'll get at least a few. And then with Hunterborn, you can actually pound down your animal bones into animal bits and then into bone dust. Flawless Amethyst, Troll Skull, 2 honeycombs, and yes, the bone meal. Yep. I don't have one yet. I might work on that off stream. I think it would be worth it to spend a Flawless Amethyst to get portable enchanting. If for no other reason than to... Ooh, Traveler Merchant. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Take a look.
There's another one right next to her, too. I like it. Sell off the Staff of Vipers, for sure. Staff of Banishing, I don't feel like we need that. And that's going to put us over her capacity.
Take a look.
Fury, we don't need. Not going to get rid of the loot. This guy had a lot of money. Look at that. $25 left. I don't want to sell off the booze. Okay, we'll sell off the skill book there. Aha, nice. It helped out quite a bit. I also had some stability issues last stream. If you remember, I had a little bit of wonkiness. I had a crash over here on the road between Trader's Post and the Windhelm Stables. And then I reloaded and then tried to do a quick save after fighting the bear there, and then I froze. 2 times that happened. But I have since gone back between now and then and did my quick save. Nothing, there's no problem whatsoever there. It must have just been a momentary combination of random events, like just the weather was just right. We had certain magical effects going on. We had a certain amount of NPCs, maybe an NPC with a piece of random gear that was causing Skyrim to choke on something. But it seems to have cleared up now. I did use Fall Rim tools to look it up. There were 2 unattached instances of scripts. But that's kind of a last resort cleaning those up. So I didn't touch those. That's actually not bad, just having 2 small little errors like that. Those unattached instances, sometimes mods rely on those. And getting rid of them can bork your entire playthrough. So I did not touch them. It's the save's in fine condition.
Where do you want to go?
Now, if I'm getting like severe stability issues that are like chronic and frequent, then yeah, maybe I'll try that as a last resort. But
Climb and back.
for now, we're good.
Giddy up, yeah. This'll clear up soon.
I do have campfire. I do not have frostfall. I enjoy being able to create a camp wherever, whenever. But I do not enjoy the survival aspect. I don't like survival gameplay. I'm just gonna say it. I don't mind things like I need because I can tweak them to. It's a light, right? It's super light. Just having to eat, once or twice a day. That helps connect me to the game world and to the day-night cycles. Having to eat, having to sleep, that aids me in my roleplay. It doesn't get in my way. Whereas Frostfall, just the exposure system and stuff, is rough. It is a big barrier. There's just traffic cones all over everything you want to do. And I'm sorry, I'm just telling you why I don't like it. I'm not trying to convince you why you shouldn't like it if you do. This is just like, my big thing is, I like to do role play. I don't get too heavily into it. I like to make up stories for my characters and personalities and motivations to do things. But I don't want to get to the level of immersion of, freezing to death when I'm trying to complete a quest. I'm pretty much primarily about gameplay. Lord Google has blessed me today. Your game looks great. We'll see how long connection holds. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, this is an old version of the Nulvis guide. Very customized, though. There's a lot of stuff in that Nulvis guide that I didn't want in terms of gameplay, so I had to forego its consistency patch. And especially things here like in Immersive College of Winterhold and some other things like WACCF, there were conflicts. Trying to find an example here somewhere. Like sometimes you'll just see like a picture on the floor because the shelf that it's supposed to sit on doesn't exist anymore, or there isn't like enough space for it, and so it just gets kicked to the ground or whatever. So yeah, I had to create my own consistency patch, like getting rid of like patches of hanging moss that were just hanging from trees that didn't exist. But yeah, this is Nulvis. The visuals more or less are all completely Nulvis. I'm gonna go 10 hours. We had a busy day today. Lord Google. Cold and miserable because rainy weather. Oh, we've actually gotten a lot of rain over the last couple weeks, which is great. Not good for my dog's emotional and mental well-being. But most of the rain that we've had has not been accompanied by thunder, which is great. Yeah, Arizona needs it bad. I don't know if there's any snow on the horizon, but rain on the horizon for a while. But we were getting like the aftershocks from the big San Francisco storm that hit California really hard.
So snowy.
You didn't get snow out of that storm? No, I did not get snow out of the San Francisco rainstorms. Olivia Moronin. And there's Urag right next to her too. Cool. Those both the people I wanted to see. We'll let them get settled in here. How's it going, Olivia? Looking fine as always. Got about 7 inches all told. 2 things. Strudel, come on. This is a family stream. And congratulations. Wow, there it is. There it is. Now my weekend is complete.
Think how much knowledge is sitting on these shelves just waiting to be read. I could spend months in here.
Yeah, with that ridiculous mask on. Probably be really easy to read with all
Good to see
that.
you.
Got the book you were looking for?
Looks like you're still in one piece. And more
Barely.
importantly,
Yeah.
so is the book. Thank you.
Ah, above average indeed. That's why I said congratulations. And I found more of Shalador's work too.
Excellent. I'll start translating it. Shouldn't take me more than a day or 2. Good hunting.
All right, Olivia, what's next? All right, looks like I got all of them, I think. So I got the destruction pages.
Wonderful.
And I got
Be
the
sure
picture
to check
pages.
with Colette if you have any injuries.
Lewd indeed. All right, I also got the conjuration pages.
Excellent. To defeat a conjurer is to defeat the armies of oblivion and death. No small feat.
Indeed. None of this was a small feat, by the way. These were all powerful mages that were protecting these things. I also got you the alteration page.
That is tremendous news. If you're running low on potions,
It's got all this good
be sure
news.
to stock up at Birna's.
Potions. Oh, I can handle my own potions, but thanks, I think. That was an odd comment. So I've also recovered the restoration page.
Stupendous. I hope it did
Stupendous.
not
She's got
cause too
a
much collateral damage.
she's got a
in
different
your use.
adjective for each situation here. I like it. Oh, and finally, since we're on a roll here, this should be the last one, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this one. I've recovered the illusion pages.
This does not seem to be the right
Oh
page.
no.
Be careful with illusion mages. Things are not always what they seem.
Right? You're telling me, lady. I happen to be quite the illusion mage myself. Alright.
Farewell.
So we missed something over there. And that thing is the most pain in the ass place to get to. That was, I don't know, was that Orphan's Tear? It was that shipwreck off the coast of the Sea of Ghosts. So she unpacked her adjectives. Yes, she did. Whoa. Okay. That's just, Finis? Oh no, that's just Argo. Pissed farting around with his conjuration spells. Alright. Keep a leash on your Atronox there, Jazargo. So it seems Todd wanted to redo Spelljammer and connect Nirn and space, thus space game must go. He said Skyrim in space. Man, I am excited for Starfield. This is going to be the first proper BGS game in quite some time since Fallout 4. They outsourced a lot of the development and project management, really, of Fallout 76. I don't consider that a real, proper, pure BGS game. Man, I'm excited. They take so long with their games, don't they? I was having a conversation with, I don't remember the name of the guy in Magus's Discord channel. And he was saying that he was an Ubisoft fan, and I was like, man, I wish I were an Ubisoft fan because they get new games almost every year. I don't think they got much this last year. They got some expansions for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And yeah, I mean, they release in buggy messes, all those Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs games do, but they always fix them. They always fix them. They're usually in good shape by the time I get to play them. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was almost perfect by the time that I played that. I didn't encounter a single bug that I can remember. So they did polish that up well. Watch Dogs Legion might be next on my list of games to play, actually. That I've had for a while. And that one kind of was a buggy mess when it came out. But you know what? I'm completely used to games being a buggy mess when they come out. I'm fully expecting Starfield to be that way too, but I'm going to play the crap out of it anyway. I do not care. I have become numb to the pain of a lost playthrough. Due to like save file bugs or whatever, so I ain't scared. I enjoyed the hell out of Cyberpunk on launch. Oh, I played the hell out of that game. I'm still playing the hell out of that game. I'm excited for the expansion for that too, the Phantom Liberty. Hell yeah, give it. Assassin's Creed died after Black Flag for you? That's too bad. I mean, there's still a lot of good stuff there, but yeah, I mean, the consistency, I mean, like the frequency of the content that they release is both their biggest strength and their biggest weakness, right? Because people get burnt out on that. That is like a lot of content to get through it, and a lot of it is paper thin. Just the little quest lines and the little nemesis system that they got going on there. There's tons and tons of things to do. You rarely have an opportunity just to like stop and smell the roses and do just a little nature hike like you have the opportunity of in Skyrim. Because there's just so much to do. The HUD is very polluted with all this stuff that it's trying to get you to do over and over. But, you know, they're still solid games. They're good quality games, especially the latest ones. The last few in the Assassin's Creed series are decent RPGs in terms of buildcraft and stuff like that. The gameplay is fun. It's better than something like The Witcher. The stories are all decent. Gameplay is better than Skyrim for the most part, I would say. In terms of just sheer raw fun. A lot of stuff you can do. Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of The Witcher 3. And I'm kind of losing my patience with the game. So the story is awesome. The characters are really well crafted. But the gameplay, the game itself is so buggy and clunky. And this game isn't going to get patched. The Witcher 3 is... it's at the end of its rope as far as like gameplay improvements, right? The gameplay loop in that is just not fun for me. I'm not having fun playing The Witcher 3. I'm having a blast experiencing the story and getting to know the characters. But I'm not having fun when I'm playing it. It plays a lot like the Assassin's Creed, and because of that, I would just... Assassin's Creed just plays better. The gameplay loop is better. It's more fun. So I would play Assassin's Creed games over The Witcher 3. I'm just kind of playing through on easy difficulty to get the frankly awesome story from The Witcher 3. Fix is a strong word when discussing Ubisoft combat games like For Honor and Rainbow Six. Yeah, For Honor I had a lot of fun with on my PlayStation 4. I do have it. I got it on a really steep sale for PC on Steam. I haven't gotten back into it, but I love fighting games. I love third-person action-adventure games, and that kind of melds those two genres really well. So I do want to get back into it. I don't know if I'm going to take it seriously competitively or not. Probably not. But I did have fun with it when I was playing it. I didn't have any issues. with gameplay balance, but again, I didn't get too crazy with the competitive side of things. All right, how do I get down here? Witcher was great, but same problem of controls. Yeah, The Witcher 2 was vastly improved, right, over The Witcher 1. They stopped using that Dragon Age Origins engine. Ooh, I'm gonna harvest that rabbit. And went to their own engine, the Red engine, which they've now retired. The Phantom Liberty, the expansion for Cyberpunk, will be the last time they use that. They're going to Unreal Engine 5 after that. But that's a great engine, I feel like. So for The Witcher 3, most of the improvements were graphical over The Witcher 2. I don't feel like it actually played any better in terms of the combat, and just the moment-to-moment gameplay and exploration just doesn't hit the mark for me. Cyberpunk, on the other hand, that plays great. The gameplay loop on that game is very fun. And that has a lot of build craft. A lot of ways to customize both the way your character looks and the way your character plays. And to me, that's why I probably am going to end up playing that the second most compared to Skyrim. I feel like I enjoy Cyberpunk more than I enjoy Fallout 4. And up to this point, Fallout 4 has been my second most played game. Wish they could hurry up and release Prince of Persia remake, but alas, the project is stuck in dev hell. Yeah, a lot of those games are. So I think they got the message, right? That their games are too full. Oh, that's where I want to go over there. That shipwreck over there on the iceberg. Yeah. They got the message that their games are too full of thin content. What is that floating in the water? Oh, that's another dead elk. Let's go ahead and grab that. I hear another bear over here somewhere too. You using Hunterborn? I am indeed using Hunterborn. I like that mod, very taxing in my league. Oh, yeah, it's a bit thick on the scripting side of things. A bit heavy scripting wise. It's probably the one build that hits my, or the one mod that hits my script load more than any others. Was it Sheo Gorath?
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Sure, huh? I got no allegiance to Shore. I'm gonna take his sword there. How do you like them apples? Sure. I'm sure you don't like it much. Loot to try to lower your graphics? I don't know that loot lowers your graphics. Bethany will. The Beth I tool. That will help get some more FPS for me. I mean, no shame in lowering your resolution to even something like 720p. I played on 720p for a long time. I had an Alienware Alpha was the machine, the PC that I was playing Skyrim on. And that thing barely kept pace with the PlayStation 4, but I played on 720p. I lowered my grass density, as Haster said, and I was able to get an almost solid 60 FPS on that thing.
What was that?
Things like actor fade and stuff like that was also a big one.
I fought worse than you.
I mean, it is a bit of a compromised experience. Ouch. Because you don't see people from very far away, right? Until they're like right in front of you. But to me, making that concession, making that compromise for 60 frames per second is very, very much worth it. I'll play at 720p with crap settings all day over 30 FPS at better graphic settings. Luckily, with the 4090, I don't have to
I do hope you know what you're doing.
make many concessions on anything. I know who you are. Very hard to fool an illusionist once. Almost impossible to fool an illusionist twice. So you're going down later. Man, she was tough for a fisherman, huh? That's because she wasn't a fisherman. She was an illusion mage. Posing as a fisherman. This was the real fisherman. Well, don't I feel like a fool? Yeah, that might be the case too. Script load might be more of an issue on LE than SE because of the whole 64-bit thing. You get more memory through a 64-bit process than you do through a 32-bit process, which is what LE is stuck on. And that's just a sacrifice you're going to have to make if you're playing on LE. There's no way around that. Yeah, I still do with Growl, when I'm doing Growl transformations to a werewolf, I get a bit of script hang there. I'll have to look into that. That might be a conflict of some kind, because I feel like Anision usually develops his mods to be very, very light with the scripting load. So there might be something else going on, but I'm not running like Moonlight Tales or any other kind of werewolf mod. It might well just be Campfire, or not Campfire, Hunterborn. But I'm such an alchemist at heart. So many of these gameplay tactics and stuff that I use are alchemy based, and Hunterborn is like such a boon for alchemy characters. I ran Moonlight Tales for a long time. Ooh, that is some strong Red Bull, I tell you what. Had to remove Spellcraft as it died. Yeah, I have a small list of mods that I'm going to remove for my next profile version.
Fantastic. Although
Things
I will
like,
have to verify if the text is real. One can never be
What
too
am I thinking of?
careful
Oh,
with an
lock
illusionist.
overhaul. I never use. I mean, I used it at the beginning of this series, and I'll sometimes use it for my just like self-play, like role-play stuff. But more often than not, like 99% of the time, I just disable it now. Same with Honed Metal. It's an awesome mod that really enables some roleplay, but it really upsets balance of things for gameplay. So I'll probably remove that. I try to clean house every once in a while. It looks like I've recovered all the pages now.
That you have.
That I have.
I will have Urog get on rebinding the books immediately.
Awesome.
In the meantime, I offer you this staff as a reward for your service.
Sweet.
It has no celebrated history.
Oh, and also
However,
the
not
stuff
all
like
things
the not so
powerful
fast
require
mods
such
for
affectations. Nor do they
the
deprive
college
you of
and the main
experience
quest
you have earned.
and
Through these trials, you have
the extra
proven
jobs
your
for the
ability as a
companion
mage
stuff. It's
is
great for
without
roleplay,
peer.
but I'm more
And
of
for that
a
reason,
builder
your
now.
mission is not yet complete.
So I'm focused on like novel
knowledge and
gameplay
experience
experiences and
gained
roleplay
through this
opportunities. So
must be shared with your colleagues here at the college.
I need to be able to get through
so
this
that
stuff
all
more
may
quickly.
benefit.
How are you, Drevis?
What do you want?
I love Drevis's reaction to Colette trying to start a conversation with him.
Our business, however, is suspended for now. Although I may need your assistance once more in the
Assistance?
future, let me again offer my sincerest thanks. On behalf of all mages, not just myself.
Hair's getting a little
and
shaggy. I
Zara
feel like I want to
the
get a haircut.
knowledge
My car is in the
extracted
shop.
from these texts
I had to get an
may lead
oil
to
changed and
great
also had to get
discoveries
a
and new frontiers.
shifter paddle replaced. It's an automatic. It's a Ford Mustang, so it's a sports car, but it's automatic and it has the shifty paddles, the shifter paddles on either side of the steering wheel. But I miss my manual transmission, so I use those shifter paddles all the time, and one of them wore out. So like if I'm trying to shift up to go faster, sometimes the button just doesn't work on the paddle. So having them replace that too, and they had to
Was there something specific
get
you
that from
needed?
another dealership.
I'm
Hello,
positive
friend.
whatever I require will be revealed to me on its own.
So it took a little longer. I dropped off the car on Wednesday, and
You're trying
it was
so
just supposed to be an
hard.
oil change and replacing that paddle, but now it's like Saturday and I haven't heard anything from him. I'll have to call him after the stream. But once I get my car back, I need to go for a haircut, I think. Also got some grocery shopping to do.
Eleanor, the
Tell you
library
what,
is in
Bobby.
disarray.
That
When
boy
books
ain't
are
right.
strewn about here and there,
Any college
impossible to determine if a book
business I
There
can
are
assist
more
with?
books to be recovered
I'm
and
sorry.
secured here in the
It's just
Arcanium.
the professors come in here and scatter
Not
the
really
books
interested. Okay, yeah, I'm ready for some adventure.
Well, all right,
It might be more
here.
efficient if I
I
waited
scribbled
until
down the
the
last
day
place
to
I'd
scatter
heard
the
about.
books.
Check it out,
And
but
shall
be
I
careful.
propose to wait until the end of the day as well?
Made any progress on translating Shalador's
I
stuff?
only just got my hands on it.
Oh,
I can
geez,
only
stop
work so
complaining.
quickly.
Work faster. Oh, yeah, don't remove... Yeah, no, you don't want to. I remove mods in a new profile only. So I'll copy a profile that I'm currently on into a brand new profile. Well, not brand new. It's a copy of an existing one. And then I remove mods from there and then start a new game, a new save file. That's what I do when I add or remove mods. I don't even add mods in the middle of a playthrough anymore.
Fight well.
All right, y'all. As you may or may not have known, I am collecting Shalador's writings for both Urag and Olivia. So while you all do your studying, how about you let me serenade you with a little bit of a ditty I like to call Shalador, more like Shaladork.
Eleanor, the library is in disarray.
Nice and upbeat.
When books are strewn
Oh, yeah,
about
Lucian
here
likes
and
it.
there, it makes it impossible to determine if a book's been checked out.
I'm sorry.
Hey, quiet,
It's
Olivia.
just the professors come in here and scatter the books without
Urag
any
is into
concern
it.
for the person who has to clean up.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
thought it might be more efficient if I waited until the end of the day to put the books back on the shelves.
And shall I?
Urag's like, yeah,
wait
you all
until
are a
the
bunch
end
of
the day as well?
Shaladorks. In my Arcanium.
You need to have a word with Urag regarding your training.
Bunch of neckbeards. Dweebs. I don't even know how much I got. I'd have to check the archive on that, but that was fun. Okay. See if I can sell anything off to Travis.
Knowledge is its own reward.
Fickle in my list, constant changes. Are you one of those who chase the perfect mod list? I gave up on that a long time ago. I stop at good enough, and then I make little changes here and there after each playthrough.
Take a look.
You're never gonna find that perfect, It's a wall, oh, firewall. You're never gonna find that perfect list. And while you're trying, you're just gonna lose out on a lot of prime Skyrim playing days, you know? But some people enjoy the act of refining their mod list more than they do actually playing the game, and that's cool. I'm not gonna stop you from doing
Why
that.
are you overreacting? Good to see
I
you.
am on the other side of the fence. I would rather play Skyrim than mod Skyrim, so I tend to make little changes here and there. Find a list that's good enough and then tweak it between playthroughs.
Please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right?
Now just messing around, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. The modding world is big, wide, and full of dangers. Bandit's Journal, I don't need. Nether Rift, don't need. So yeah, experimentation is very key in finding what you like and you don't like, at least at first. As for myself, I've played a little bit with Simon Magus's overhauls, the Adamant stuff, Mysticism. I played a little bit with Anise Ions, Vanilla Plus stuff, and I played a little bit with Skyrim.
Take a look.
And I find that I enjoy the full Anirim experience, the big overhauls, more than anything else. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? Mr. Moo 13 subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Mr. Moo.
Hello, friend.
Welcome aboard.
The roads of Skyrim can be treacherous. If you must
Relax and stay a while. Oh man, speaking of that, Diablo 4 is coming out soon too. I hope that launches in a better state than Diablo 3 did, with the whole auction house debacle and lack of things to loot, when Diablo is all about things to loot. Diablo 2 was amazing. I have high hopes for Diablo 4. Nixon on YouTube said he's been playing Wolcen, and I've heard a lot of good things about that, and I guess it's on sale on Steam for like $8 right now. I might pick that up if I haven't already. My backlog is ridiculous. It's out of control. I almost bought Need for Speed, was it Need for Speed Unbound or Need for Speed Heat or whatever the new Need for Speed was, because it went on sale for 50% off, and I was like, well, geez, 50%. But then I realized I have like all the other Need for Speed games in my library and my backlog that I've never even played. So I was like, okay, maybe when it goes on sale for, you know, under 20 bucks or whatever, then I'll grab it. But yeah, Wolcen I might already have in my backlog. Oh, I gotta deliver the staff to Enthier, and I feel like I already have. Let's go find Arniel too. Do I have that one? Arniel's Endeavor. We'll go talk to him, see if he's let's see if he's made any progress on his studies. Got crushed in the hopes department from 3. 3 ended up really, really good. 3's in a great place now. They fixed it. It took a while, but they fixed it. Had a lot of fun with the PlayStation 4 version, the Ultimate Evil version, and I also bought it on my Switch as well, so I can play it on the plane or while I'm traveling or whatever. It's a good, it's a good time suck. What am I doing here? I am looking for Arniel. I am looking for Enthier. I think Enthier is going to be in the Hall of Attainment here. And now with the back changes to 2 as well, I'm done with it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say that they've done a lot to piss off their faithful. I don't know. I still enjoy their games. I tend not to be as critical about things. Hell, I even gave Fallout 76 a chance, guys. I gave it 2 chances, actually. I played it for 10 hours on 2 different occasions, and it just was a little too MMO-y for me. It just had that weird, like, little slidey, disconnected... Oh, yeah, look, I have Tolftir going. Slidey, disconnected... feel to it with the gameplay.
With the college's laid-back attitude,
I just felt like I'd rather just play Fallout 4.
Off limits.
But I was late to pick up Diablo 3. But when I did, I maxed out all the different classes and got really into the build craft of it, especially the versions I could play on controller, because I'm not a keyboard and mouse guy at all.
Well, well.
Well, well.
All right. You delivered on your end, so I'll deliver on mine. Here's the gem Arniel was after. Can't imagine what.
Anybody looking forward to the Hogwarts Legacy game? I think that's coming out pretty soon, right?
To capture a soul.
That's the next big one, I guess, coming out in the early part of this year. I know people are really hating on growling
Good to see
for like some
Skyrim still
transphobic
has
stuff, but
fine people.
I still like
You'll
Harry
get an
Potter. I
old
think it's going to be a
man
good game. Just try to remove myself from all the political stuff and
So
just
you
enjoy
wish
things
to
for what they
master the
are. I'll be
arcane
happier that way. You'd faint if I told you all the stuff I've done with my main list. It's a wonder the thing works at all, but it's smooth as silk, 90%. Yeah. I want to say you've gotten lucky, but you've been getting away with it for so long. I feel like there's something else to it, Strudel. I've borked plenty of save files, just adding innocuous little like armor mods here and there. Yeah, you've been extremely fortunate. I don't want to say lucky, but I'll say fortunate with what you've gotten away with. There's Enthir. I think I can tell Onmund. That he's free now too. Okay, so Arniel's Endeavor. Talk to Arniel. Where is Arniel? He must be in the Hall of Countenance. Fortunate is absolutely for certain. That's 2 chances more than I was willing to give Fallout 76. Okay, so my thing about Fallout 4, I adore Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was awesome. I pumped hundreds of hours into that on both Steam and PlayStation 4. And what kept me coming back to that was that stupid, simple gameplay loop of, you know, fight the bad guys, loot the stuff, loot the, what is it, the crafting materials, build out your gear, build out your loadout, and then go back out and fight some more stuff. The exploration was great. You know, BGS is they're masters at the open world exploration and environmental storytelling and all that, and that was all great in Fallout 4. People that don't like Fallout 4, they don't like it for reasons that don't have to do with the gameplay loop that I just mentioned. It's you know, more a higher level storytelling thing. It's harder to roleplay in that game, and I completely get that. It's completely possible to do it, but it's harder. And that game, Fallout 76, kind of doubles down on that whole crafting, exploration, combat loop. So I was willing to give it a few chances, but it was so uncompelling. It's like they added the Wastelanders expansion where they added NPCs in there to give you more things to do. But anything that the NPCs were having me do was uncompelling. I felt like the camp building was uncompelling. And like I said, there was just like that slippery, disconnected feel. Are you Arniel? You're Sergius. And yeah, I gave it 10 hours twice.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
And again, if you like Fallout 76, I'm not trying to convince you not to. I'm just telling you like why I don't like it. And why I couldn't be bothered to play it more. But yeah, I gave it so many chances because of that exploration, crafting, combat loop that they doubled down on. And the build craft is cool with the card system. That's cool too. I just wasn't compelled to play it any longer to actually build that out. I've got the soul gem you were after.
Do you? Wonderful. I was afraid I'd have to give up. And when I'm so close,
remember having to get
thank you for this.
A soul gem from
I have
him.
a great deal of work ahead of me. Divines bless you.
Yeah, and it's that world building, that open world design, and the environmental storytelling that has me really excited for Starfield. Less excited about the 1,000 Planets thing, and I'm more excited about the custom content, the world that they've actually built. I'm gonna play the hell out of the settlement building in Starfield. I'm gonna populate a lot of planets, and that sounded a little giggity, but you know what I mean. Did you account for the extra coefficient introduced by?
Don't patronize me. Look, it's all very simple. The Dunmer, they were masters of magic in a way we can't even begin to conceive of. Their greatest achievement, however, has also been their greatest...
Yeah, see,
shall
I
we
don't play
say,
D&D. I have no idea what Spelljammer is, so I have no context on any of that. But I do like how they're going back to Oblivion with some of their designs, as far as like dialogue, lockpicking, and things like that. They're giving you more roleplay opportunities via like the different starts that you can do in Starfield. I'm gonna be all in on Starfield. I already am. Can't help it. Haven't they gone a long time?
Precisely. What could be worth studying about
It's a tough job,
long-lost
Karn, but someone has to do it. May as well be
Their
you.
disappearance, of
Yeah.
course. Instant, unexplainable. The stories have fascinated me ever since I was young.
I've never played a Fallout game, but
After years and years
with
of
what
work,
the community
I'm
and most
closing in on a way to
importantly my
investigate
son
what
was saying
happened
about
in
the plethora of
experimentation.
issues with it, I
Only
was
now,
uninterested.
well,
Oh, the Fallout
simply
76. Yeah,
disaster.
Fallout 4 is a different story. That had a lot of problems, but it's pretty typical of the problems that any Bethesda game has. Just being buggy on release or whatever, but still the core game there's being pretty damn good.
Without boring you
Fallout
with
76 was a
details,
completely different animal.
I'm
They
attempting to
outsourced a lot of
recreate
that
the
stuff.
circumstances of the event. The dwarves were very clever.
And it was just a
tapping into
technical
and drawing
mess
power from the heart
on
of
launch.
Lorcan
They
itself.
probably should have delayed it
Lacking
like
the
a year,
heart of the dead
but
god
the
myself,
ZeniMax
I was
itself was
attempting
looking
to
for like a quick
substitute a rather
release
specific soldier.
just to get that
one
that
you helped me
microtransaction
acquire.
money that Fortnite was getting, and you know all the other looter shooters.
Well, yes, I mean, no.
That was kind of their answer to
is,
that.
It might. But I'm
That
not
was more of
completely
a
sure. I'm no tonal architect.
a
I've
production
only read
company
their writings, scraps, really. The soldier
game
by
than it
itself
was
isn't
an
enough,
actual
you see.
development studio
It
game.
needs to be altered, purified. The
Reaching the
dwarves
character
have
limit?
machines for
Oh,
this
yeah.
sort of thing. I've attempted to build my own, based on designs and using parts you
No,
helped
I don't
develop.
recommend
My very own
76.
dwarven
I will say that
convector. It worked, but not
as
fully.
far as like
And
bugs,
the device was
I didn't
destroyed
really
in the
have
process.
I didn't encounter any bugs in my time with it, but I waited long enough for them to get a lot of that stuff ironed out. I know a lot of people who go all in on Fallout 76 see bugs all the damn
I'm
time.
Too close now. Can't take the
Still.
time. Though,
But another
perhaps
thing
there's
is like a lot of
another
people said that it was just Fallout 4. It was
I
just
may
the same
require
exact
further assistance.
graphics as Fallout 4. That's not true. They're better. They are definitely better. If you go from playing vanilla Fallout 4 to play vanilla 76, you will definitely see a marked improvement in the visuals. Now, a lot of the models, especially the NPC and like character models that they use, are definitely reused from Fallout 4, and a lot of the structural stuff is too. But yeah, it's definitely an improvement.
well, yes. The designs for my convector were based on real dwarven machines, so there may still be some
Spelljammer was
resistance.
D&D in space, and the
I'd go
connector world
looking
for the other
myself,
worlds. Oh,
but-
okay, cool.
Yes,
I'm
there
down
are
with that.
Calculations to double.
I'm
triple
down with that.
check. Many calculations. Perhaps you could seek out these convectors in Skyrim ruins. I can even teach you the spell to heat them. It's very particular and very important.
Okay, then teach me your spell, and I'll see what I can do.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. I knew I could count on you. Now, this spell is not for defending yourself, but it's just right for heating the convector. At least 3 seconds burn is necessary. Just place the soul gem inside and heat the convector. At least 3 seconds. You'll almost certainly need to find multiple convectors. I suspect it may be due to the nature of the soul
Hey,
gem
Tyree
versus the
Gills.
crystals this was intended for.
What's up, my friend?
Destroys the equipment in the
Haven't seen you for a
process.
while.
But it's a
How goes it?
3 times.
Doing well,
and
I
the
hope?
crystal should be ready for the next
Playing lots of
step.
Skyrim, I
Isn't
hope?
this exciting? Always good talking to you, friend.
It's not Pathfinder. I might actually have a Pathfinder game in my backlog from Steam. I definitely have Divinity Original Sin 2, which apparently is a great game with a really stupid name. I don't know how you can have anything original part 2, right? But apparently it's a great game. That's another one that I want to get into. I've never played the Dragon Age games either, which I really want to do. I feel like both of those games will give me Skyrim build ideas too, for like crossover builds like I did with the Astrologer for Elden Ring. Okay, so while Urag is working on Shalador's stuff, we're gonna go do this thing for Arniel, I guess. Mizulft is one that I think has at least one of these convectors, and there's a storehouse like right next to it too that we can check. Another thing, I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to check different dwarven ruins. I think we can go down to Riften and take the lexicon off of what is her name, like Deep Fathoms or something like that. Go take that back. There's probably a dwarven convector somewhere around there, and I know that there's also one at Deep Folk Crossing, and that's probably the one that is yeah, there we go. Oh, it's actually giving me map markers for it too. So not here, but there was one in Mizulft and in the storeroom. And there's one just out in the wild here, and it looks like there's one at the ruins of Mizulft here too. Awesome. Okay, so now we got stuff to do. Copy of the Wolf Queen. Oh yeah, this is for Urag as well. Well, let's see. What do we want to do? Let's head down to Riften. We'll take a carriage ride to Riften. We'll head north up against the Velothi foothills here. And we'll head up into these mountains. There is just a little dwarven ruin place over here that is just like a little outcrop of like dwarven structure that has a convector there. There's usually like some kind of wizard enemy, like rogue mage or something that we're gonna have to fight. Shouldn't be a big deal if we have the potions for the resistances, which I believe we do. And then we'll take the road back through Shorestone, and then head back to Mizulft in the storage over there. So that should give us 3 convectors. Not sure that's going to be enough for all of them, but if we need more, I can head up to Windhelm, take a carriage to Iverstead, and we'll go to Bethalth from there. And then take a carriage to, I guess, Dragonbridge? And there's a couple of convectors right here. Alright, that's the plan. I'm sticking to it. Still going strong, yes indeed, Tom. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well on this fine Saturday. Let's do one quick stop at Birna's here just to sell off some more junk before we head out. Are we ready for a level up here? Yes, we are. Okay, we'll save that for a tactical level up in case we need it.
College. Heard about you. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Oh crap, you were in the hospital, Tyree? Sorry, I missed that. All good now, though? Yeah, glad to hear you're okay. That's no good. Alright, any other enchanted crap I can sell off here? Don't need the minor stuff. Plentiful healing can go away. Alright, that does it. Okay, now carriage ride to Riften. Got a bit of a cross-country march to a couple convectors. Dialysis and kidney failure. Oh man. Is that something you've been dealing with for a while, or did that just come up out of nowhere? I need to get a massage too. I feel like I got a muscle spasm in my upper back that it keeps like bunching up and inflaming. And like maybe pinching a nerve because it just makes my whole arm poke. I've been dealing with this for over a year now. Cities, Riften. All right. So, ooh. We got some Khajiit caravan here.
So many refuse to talk to us. Take a look.
Sell off some more potions while we're here. Still good. Okay, that's good enough.
May your road lead you toward the sands.
All right, so on the way here, we're gonna have maybe some random encounters, maybe some bears and spiders off the beaten path a little bit. We might be able to avoid all that. What I'm more concerned about now is Fort Greenwall. I don't think I've cleared... yeah, there's a bear already. Alright, I'm gonna leave him alone. He seems far enough away that we don't need to bother him. Fort Greenwall. I feel... Alright, so my sword arm is a little twitchy, right? Feel like I need some action here. Ooh, and I just got the whispers too, so... I was hoping the whispers were going to point me... Oh, yeah, there they are. Okay, cool. So now we have an excuse to go in and slaughter all these bandits. Haha! Why don't you take a chill pill and then eat my blades? Boom. Yeah! Get him, Lucian. Did I get rock joint again? Because I feel like my swords are not doing well. Severe thirst. Ooh, my goodness, I have not been paying attention to my needs. Stamina, magic origin. Ooh, this is all bad stuff. Damage output reduced by 30%. That's what it is. Let's take a quick break in the middle of combat here. We're gonna we're gonna get some water. We're gonna eat a roast goat leg, some potato soup. We're good. That's all it took. All right, we should be good now. Ouch. Okay, that hurt quite a bit. I am out of stamina. Okay. Crap. All right, now you guys asked for it. Item has insufficient... You know, I really should have prepared a little better for this. What are you shooting at, Lucian? Okay, we still got that bozo upstairs there in the tower. You think so? All right, now we're cooking with gas. And Dawnbreaker. What explosion that happens when you're doing a power attack, that green swirly? That is Pacify, which is a vanilla spell that calms people in an area. I have that hooked up via the Spell Scribe power and the Spell Scribe perk in Ordinator. It's in the enchanting tree. So every time I do a power attack, it actually or a power attack in combat anyway. It casts power. It casts pacify. It's a very powerful combination. As soon as I do like a dual wield power attack, it calms the enemy that I'm hitting. If it hits after my blades do. That's what's going on there. The Bard is an enchanter or enchantress. So enchanting gear is something that he does by definition of the class itself. As is illusion, so... that is a potent combination available to our Bard. Now there's a bunch of spiders down here. Hey, bud.
Can't wait to count out your coin.
You think you're gonna get my coin, huh?
Solved.
Yeah, there's a cooldown on it, but it's tied to, and I don't want to go into the perk tree to show you right now because that will level me up, and I'm not ready to do that tactically yet.
Split your belly like.
But I perked into it so that I can do it twice before it has to go on cooldown, and I think that the cooldown is tied to your enchanting skill. Hey, Magus. What's up, my friend? How's your weekend doing? Off to a good start? What alchemy overhaul do you use? For it to say spider venom? Oh, it's not really an alchemy overhaul. That's just Hunterborn. So Hunterborn gives you an option to extract venom from spiders. It also gives you an option to combine spider venom at like a cooking pot to have like more potent versions of them, if that makes sense. Don't want to go back out to Skyrim. There is a dungeon. I can get lost here. There's a dungeon. I got to go downstairs and there are spiders down there. Here we go. Skeletons. Kind of rough today. I'm sorry to hear that. No, you got a lot going on. Yeah. Sorry to hear you're not having a great day. I am lost. I could have sworn that there was a way into a dungeon. I know there is. I'm going crazy. Is there a cellar or something down here? Because there's a secret entrance off to the east of Fort Greenwall here. It allows you to concentrate your poisons regarding Hunterborn. Yes, it does. And it also allows you to get a different poison from Charis. It's a more potent venom than the spider venom, but it doesn't do the frost damage that the spider venom does. Oh, here's the commode. Don't want to spend too much time in there. It goes upstairs. I feel like the dungeon was more downstairs. This must be where I came from. Yeah, this is the entrance. Okay, forgive me. I want to take one more look. See if I can find out where this door is that goes into that hidden dungeon downstairs. Take your lockpick. Well. Man, I'm getting hungry. I got some leftover chicken parm in the fridge from last night. And some leftover fettuccine alfredo that my wife didn't want. So it goes back out to Skyrim. Alright, I'm about ready to give up on this hopeless endeavor. Feel like I'm missing something super obvious here. Two PB&Js that your son made you. Nice. I love a PB&J, man. I like using like the strawberry preserves instead of strawberry jelly or jam. I'm not a jelly or jam guy, but preserves with like the actual strawberry chunks in there, not too sugary. That is my jam. Split the difference, make it chorus. or are we having a... I hate chorus because I can't determine whether it's pronounced chorus or chorus. Yeah. That's been a debate, and I don't think it's like a real word that you can look up on like dictionary.com or something either. So there's like no definitive Greenwall Cave. That might be what I'm looking for. There's not really like any definitive authoritative like answer for real, right? I've looked, I haven't been able to find it. Maybe somebody else knows for sure, but boysenberry is great as well. Yeah, I tend to just stick with strawberry, but I want a chunky strawberry preserves. Boysenberry's good. We used to go to, my friends and I used to go to Knott's Berry Farm during Halloween to see all the haunted houses there. And I would always buy some like boysenberry stuff there because Knott's Berry Farm is a boysenberry farm. And it's good stuff. Ooh. I really like blackberries as well, but it's just the little seeds in there get stuck in the pits of my teeth, and it's not comfortable. Okay, who else wants some? Who else wants a little? Oh, this is where the... Yeah, okay, I was in the wrong spot. It's because that little tower over there is right above where that secret entrance is, so... This is the spider den I was looking for. Ooh, that guy flanked me. Wow! Okay. Supposedly it's Karas. I mean, yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I just calls him how I sees him. I've been calling him Charas now for a long time. I've tried to change my behavior on that based on what other people said it was, and I can't make it stick. Can't do it. Stuck in my ways. Tends to happen more and more when you get older. Change becomes more and more painful. You do your best to roll with the punches, though. Okay, let's see here. Wooden door expert level. Can we do this? Talk to me when you're older. Yeah, there's there's like a cascading thing of, oh, you're not old, you're young. I feel a lot older than I was when I was, you know, even just 5 years ago. The years count for more after a certain point. Work Greenwall Underworks, huh? That might be my sewers mod. I feel a lot older than I did 5 years ago. I feel 10 years older than I did 5 years ago. And I'm definitely older in very significant ways than the 20-somethings that dominate our chosen hobby, right? There's always going to be somebody older than you that's going to be like, oh, talk to me when you're older, right? How old is Stu? I think he's somewhere in between me and Strudel. I think he's a few years older than me at least. He might be pushing 50. I mean, there's never going to be an age where I stop playing video games, right? I love playing video games. They're good for me. They keep me out of trouble. They allow me creative outlets, and they allow me something that's very important to me is having something to analyze and optimize that doesn't matter. Something that isn't work. I do that stuff for work all the time, but my brain has a compulsion to do it. I need something that doesn't matter to set my brain on to, you know, recharge my batteries. I do it for things that do matter and for things that I'm obligated to do for work all the time, and that leads to burnout. But if I'm doing it on things that don't matter and things that I enjoy, then it recharges my batteries. That's a funny little situation there, huh? Master level lock. I feel like maybe I just don't need to do this lock, but now that I've started it, I feel a compulsion to finish it. Well, shit. Python is 55. How about that? It is true, though. I've had a hard time moving to new things now, but it's more like I have no time for this anymore than lack of ability to change. Yeah, sure. I can get behind that. Time and energy, right? So I used to have a lot of energy to do new things and have new experiences and meet new people. But now it's like I have enough friends, you know? If I have free time now that, you know, I'm not spending at work or with friends and family and things like that, which are things that you have to do. Might be things that you want to do, but it's also things that you have to do. At least in my opinion. You have less time to spend on, you know, your downtime, your free time stuff. And that has definitely been the case the older I've gotten. Especially like if you're married or you're close with your family, then it's like then you have 2 people's worth of social growth to deal with. Not that it's a bad thing. It's good for you, you know, being social and things like that. Making new connections, but it does get harder. There's less energy, there's less time in the day. Especially because you can't stay up as late as you used to. Which actually has been a good thing for me, just getting my sleep patterns under wraps. Under control. Let's see if I can get the drop on this rogue mage here. That's convenient. Look at that. Did I get him? I feel like I missed. I feel like I got him that time. Yes, indeed. Oh, Lucian's fighting a bear. Oh, I am fighting a bear now too. Okay. 2 bears? That's too many. Cave bears too. Okay. Oh, swing and a miss.
Rest easy.
You all right there, Lucian? Oh, and look, here's our convector. Nice. We'll take some ingredients off of that guy. What does he got? Potion of destruction. Oh, that could have hurt. Racial phylogeny. I feel like I've already gotten that. I have indeed. This is a dwarven-ass dwarven ruin, that's for sure. Dwemer crap everywhere. I feel like there was also a Dwemer chest stuck on one of these things. Here's this. Karn, you sound older than me. Very unlikely. Yeah, I know. I try to stay young. We have, like my wife has some younger friends from work. I used to have some younger friends with work, but they have moved on professionally. to other opportunities while I've stayed put. And my coworkers now are, you know, generally around my age, give or take a few years. But we did used to have some younger, like, new hires and interns that you know, I would hang out with. My wife has a lot of younger people that she works with, so we do end up spending some time with the kids. You know, I feel like that helps keep us young, keep us attached to the new age of humans, which is important. What is it we're looking for here? There is some kind of soul gem that Arniel gave us. The warped soul gem. Here we go. And now I gotta cast the spell on it. I think it's a destruction spell. Arniel's Convection. I'm gonna steal Rest Easy as a final dig to my opponents. Alright, how long is this taking? Okay, there we go. I got some chat to catch up on. My eyes were poor when I was young. They have actually improved. Yeah, actually, sometime in my early 30s, my eyesight actually started to improve a little bit. I feel like it's on its way back the other way now, after a good 12 or 13 years, you know, but early 30s, yeah, I did have an improvement in my glasses prescription. Wow, wolves and bears. Okay, did I get the I've gone like hours without remembering where I left my damn warped soul gem before, so I want to make double sure that I remember to grab that. Okay, so now back to the road, and we're gonna follow that bad boy all the way back up to Mzulft. So we do got a bit of a hike in front of us here. I feel like that is Greenwall right up there, so we're gonna veer left of that. Ooh, Canis Root, that's good. Playing Skyrim with my kids, got to introduce them to their minds. Oh, interesting concept there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm at the point where I had to be on top of every little thing for work, and now that I'm retired, I'll upgrade when I'm good and ready. There you go. Sound older than me? Yeah, I mean, age is what you do with it for a big part of it, but there's another big part of it that, you know, age is going to do what it's going to do to you, right? I've noticed it big time in the gym the last couple of years. And namely the last couple months. It's like doing my regular gym routine right around the holidays, Christmas time. All of a sudden I was feeling just very depressed for like weeks on end. And it's like seasonal depression is not a thing for me. I don't have emotional disorders at all. Not bipolar or depressed in any way. I'm usually very emotionally stable, so I'm wondering what's going on, and I started looking into overtraining, and it turns I had like all the symptoms. So I, you know, took some weight off the bar, reduced my amount of repetitions that I was doing for each exercise, and I started feeling better like almost immediately. So yeah, I mean, doing what I used to do physically, it takes a lot longer to recover. I had to lighten up on the intensity quite a bit. Who's this? Oh, Among the Hist. Is this where we left you?
Yours is to pass, and ours is to delight.
I guess maybe he just hangs around Shore Stone when you dismiss him. That's cool. I figured he went back to, what was that, the Boulder Fall Cave? Yeah, Boulder Fall Cave where you found him. But I guess he does not want to, you know, live in a place where he's constantly reminded of his failure to protect that small child. Yeah, well. Probably for the best. Got some work in the mind now, at least, after we cleared that out. When you're 40 years older than your kids, it helps you keep your mind young. Yes, indeed. That is definitely a connection to the current state of the world, right? Helps you get out of that bubble that people around this age tend to form around themselves. I'm trying hard. Trying hard to keep from putting a force field around myself with that old person bubble, you know. But I mean, I feel like it's a natural thing that happens. You get stuck in the past a little bit. The world changes with or without you. You're either going to be part of it or you're going to be fighting against it. It's easier just to be part of it. So I'm trying. Could have done without the last decade, both physically and emotionally. Yeah, I mean, we all get there, right? I mean, before I met my wife, I was like, I'm not the lonely type at all, but it was like I needed more with my life, and you know, dating, like when you're concentrating on like dating and finding that life partner, that is such a drag. That was a tough few years for me. But eventually things start to click. There is a mix when you're chasing happiness or whatever. There are situations where there's just no way to be happy in, right? But there are a lot of situations where you find your own happiness, and it's got to be a good mix of those two. Everybody's situation is different. Oh my god. Ooh, put them in the blender. And there's only so far that the bootstrap theory will take you. But all you can ever be expected to do is just do the best with what situation has been handed to you, right? Accept the way that things are to some degree and figure out what you can do with the hand you've been dealt. Be your best self. Ah!
Down and out.
Dating is living in hell? Yes, it is indeed. Some people are wired up for it. I am not one of those people. Had some really good dates, had some really bad dates. But I am an introvert at the core of things, so like meeting new people, regardless of if it was a good date or bad date, is very stressful for me. And that, you know, you can treat it like a skill. You get better at it, right? But some people are just wired up to be introverts. Some people are wired up to be extroverts, and you know, forcing yourself to meet new people over and over if you're an introvert. Even if it doesn't like depress you or cause you like actual stress, it still wears you the hell out.
Another one bites the dust.
But that was a game that I played for a few years and eventually won because I found the love of my life. We're living our best life. Haven't dated in almost 6 years now. 3 because of my back. The first 3 because of the career at the time. Yeah, I mean, I didn't seriously start dating until I was late 20s, right? Because I was always focused on school, then I was focused on work, and then it got to the point where it's like, wow, why does any of this even matter if I'm just going to be alone?
All right, hand over your valuables.
And that was kind of a dark place I went to.
Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with.
And then, you know, there are a few swings and misses. You might get some foul tips here and there. you know, you're in some good relationships that start off good and then end very poorly, and some that fizzle out. And either way, it's very defeating when it doesn't work out. But ultimately, it's quite rewarding when it does, so it's always worth it to try. You just gotta time it right, you know? If you're like not feeling your best self, that's gonna be reflected in how you portray yourself to a potential girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. So it all starts with working on yourself, improving yourself in the ways that matter to you, right? So after like a major breakup, it's like you're gonna have that grieving period because it is a loss. You're losing someone who is important to you. Oh, I took the wrong exit. Look at that. So you're gonna grieve for a while, but then, at least in my experience, it's like I got sick of feeling sorry for myself. So instead of like going back out there and try to find someone else to fix what was wrong with me, I took it upon myself. It was like, okay, I want to clean up my diet. I want to exercise more. I want to read more. I want to be more cultured, you know? And then after a while, you start approaching your best self, you know? And then when you get to that point, you're never going to get to that point of having your best self. That's always going to be a journey that you're always going to be on. You're going to get ever closer and never actually reach that point. But you're going to get to a point where it's like you're in a good place with yourself, and the progress that you've made and your personal growth and everything. And that is 100% going to come through in the way that you portray yourself to other people, the way that you project your own personality and your sense of humor and your own experiences and your outlook on life with other people. And that's when you're going to be in a prime state to meet one of the ones, you know? I don't really believe in the one and only. I feel like there are too many people out there and too many compatible personalities. But it can be tough to find someone who is completely compatible with you. And so it's like I never really forced myself to go out there and date when I wasn't feeling up to it. Had to work on myself first, and then inevitably I'd get to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to get back out there and put my best foot forward. Okay, looks like I've already cleared this out, and I've gotten the shard from here too. I just gotta find the convector. Okay, trying to find the right hotkey there. Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah, it all starts with you. What is this best self thing? Which there's something to it. It helped me out a lot. Done with dating, not my thing, really. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's okay if you don't see yourself with somebody, you know. But if that's something that you want, the dating thing is kind of a necessity. It's an I've never liked dating. Like I said, sometimes it went well, sometimes it didn't, but it always wormed me the hell out. And it was always stressful. And everybody has their tolerance to stress. It was always stressful meeting a new person. Especially when you're putting yourself out there as like a potential like romantic partner, the stakes are even higher than just like someone who, you know, you may or may not hit it off in like at whatever party you're going to. It's just like on a friendly level. It's tough. It's hard. It's worth it if that's what you want from life. If not, then, you know, that's completely fine. Some people are living their best lives on their own. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Need to take that advice, Karn. Better myself. Depression and panic. Yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody's gonna be dealt a different hand. It's just you got to do the best you can with what you were given. And there are ways to do that. There are ways to help. I don't have any personal experience with the anxiety and depression. People in my family have. I've been fortunate enough
disorder, evasion, and confrontation.
not to.
It's a sensible system.
So I don't know what that's like, and I that's kind of like where my specific advice ends. But there's always a way to try to better yourself. I feel like I believe that, and sometimes that's what you got to do. At the very least, it'll make you feel like you're not just stagnant in your life, stagnant and hopeless. You know, you're actively working toward a goal that matters. Had to conjure up a real one to finally be done. Yeah. I mean, when it clicks, it clicks. It's great. Totally worth it in my opinion.
Shame they're not around
But it
anymore.
can be a struggle. Dating is great fun, guys. It's all in your own attitude. I meant hell as you are looking for matches. Once a match has been located, it's great. Oh yeah, it can also. All right. Yeah. So romantic relationships is both the highest highs you will ever feel in your entire life, and the lowest lows you will ever feel in your entire life. In order to expand yourself, sometimes you need a little help, right? There's only so far you can go on your own, but you sometimes need another person to bounce ideas off of, to grow from, to get a new perspective on things. And it's just how we're wired up as social creatures to, you know, have companionship there. But it also expands your capacity for grief and misery. That's for damn sure. Been there. Glad to be done with that part of things. Marriage doesn't always work though, especially when you don't really know the person you're married. Yeah. I feel, how long did it take? I feel like it took, let's see. My wife and I met in 2011, like a week after Skyrim came out. Actually, probably like a day or two after Skyrim came out. It was a wonder the relationship worked out because of basically dating two people with Skyrim and my wife. And we got married in 2017 because our anniversary date is 5/6/7, May 6th, 2017. So yeah, we dated. We did more than date for 6 years. We cohabitated. We took a long time. I took a long time. My wife would have liked things to go a little faster, a lot faster, and she was quick to remind me of that before we were married. But yeah, I took a long time to get to know my wife, and we took a long time to get to know each other before we got married. And I think, yeah, marriages don't always work out, right? And I'm not really talking about marriage. I'm talking about like companionship. Marriage is, if I'm being completely honest, I could take it or leave it, right? It's that companionship, that relationship that's primary. The marriage is actually secondary. And I feel like a lot of people, when the marriages don't work out, they, and this isn't everybody, but they get married too young. They get married before they even know themselves, really, much less before they know their partner. And a lot of it has to do with like social pressure from either their family or their friends, or just, you know, keeping up with what they think where they think they should be at their point in their lives, because everybody else around them is getting married and having kids at a certain age. That's not a reason to get married either, at least in my limited experience. And now I feel like I'm acting like this sage, marriage relationship sage that knows everything about everything and everyone, but I don't. I stumbled into something that worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. We got an assassin. Wow. Whoop. Oops.
That was uninvited. No more.
Skyrim is the deal breaker. Gaming is the deal breaker. No, that's about it for compatibility for me. I had to find somebody who was okay with my Skyrim habit, and she is. I've actually gotten her into playing some video games, and we've had a lot of fun playing games together. And she didn't really play any video games at all before, except for when she was like a kid, you know, playing Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games and playing Atari with her grandma and stuff like that. She does have fond memories of, but kind of made it her own thing. It's been great. Karn plus beard equals sage. I conjured, waited, knew it when I saw it, married 2.5 months later and still going strong 25. Yeah, that's awesome. It also depends on like your experience with marriage as a youth, right? Not first-hand experience. I hope you're not getting married as a child. I hope. I know it does happen in the world, and it's usually not your decision. But my parents didn't have a great marriage. They made it work for 20 plus years, but then, you know, there was another matter of maybe them not knowing themselves or each other as well as they thought they did. And, you know, people change. People do change, even at this age. When we were talking about, like, at a certain age, changing becomes more painful. Yeah, situations change, and it's like, at that point, there's nothing you can do to really save a marriage or a relationship. There are things that happen that are irreconcilable and out of the control of either person, really. But yeah, my best advice would be, don't jump into marriage. If somebody's in a hurry to get married, they're doing it for the wrong reason. They should be willing to take their time with the relationship beforehand. Not that that doesn't work for people. It does. My my in-laws actually got married after dating for like 2 or 3 months, just like Python said. And they've been married forever. And so has Python. 25 years plus is great. It's awesome.
Let's not stay.
I have serious Karn beard envy. Yeah, speaking of marital issues, the wife does not like the beard. And I get a lot of compliments on it, mostly from men. Well, that's fine. Every once in a while, we'll come across a female that does like the beard. But yeah, she does not like it, and she gets fairly upset whenever somebody compliments the beard, because that means that, okay, I'm just being encouraged. Okay, where are we going now? Skyrim. Oh, I only got 10 minutes left in my window here. All right, let's do this. We're going to take a carriage to Windhelm. We're going to polish off Halted Steam Camp here, and then I think we'll call it a stream. How about that? I think it was a good one. Some good gameplay, had some good Skyrim conversations, some good just life conversation in general. What else could you want? My wife hates beards too. Thus must shave every day. Yeah, see, that's another sacrifice my wife makes for me. She knows I am not the most social person. She's got to pick her battles as far as what social engagement she's dragging me to, but I really try to keep up my end of the bargain on that too. Where is the carriage driver here? Is that you? Refugee. Hello. Time is at 7:11 p.m. All right. Well, how about this? Let's just get a room. Oh. I see what happened. I might crash here. Yeah, I got that LOD error. I think I might freeze. That's all right. I think this is a good place to call it anyway. I wasn't going to do much. I was going to do Halted Steam Camp, but I think we're good here. I've gotten this error before. It's completely temporary. It happens both while I'm streaming and while I'm not streaming. We'll kill Skyrim. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining. It was a great stream, great conversation. Glad to see you guys after a couple weeks. Having some personal things to take care of. I wasn't able to stream last week. But things are looking better now. I will be out of town next week though, so you're not going to see me next Saturday, but the Saturday after, hopefully, we can do that. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. It was great seeing y'all. Oh, let's do some shout outs. So in the description below, there are links to all these people's works. Magus80 streams on Twitch. Always a great time over there. Does Skyrim. He's in the middle of a long playthrough for him. He's playing a Bosmer thief that makes a lot of use of his bear traps through Ordinator there. Good stuff there. So go check him out. Leave him a follow. Make his day. Same with the Wind. Hasn't been streaming as regularly anymore, but I feel like she's gonna be back on the ball any day now. Still working on her Skyrim setup, trying to mod slowly but surely, get it right. She's playing other stuff. I think The Witcher mainly in the meantime. Soonish, there we go. And her streams are always a lot of fun. I love a Wind stream. So go leave her a follow, and I'll see you in her chat at some point. And Caladran has been working on, actually, I think she just finished up her Kosh story, right? A long-running fanfic set in Skyrim about a vampire named Kosh, his companion named Sonnet, and their adventures in Skyrim. And also 57 Strudel talking about long-running fanfics. Hers has been going for a long time. A lot of good stuff there. If you like fantasy reading, you're not going to do any better than Strudel's long-running novels, tomes, volumes. Yeah, multiple books worth of stuff there. All based in Skyrim, but I wouldn't consider it just a retelling of their experiences. They're unique characters. She adds a lot of story. Same with Caladran too. Adds a lot of story to these NPCs that you thought you knew, but turns out you didn't so much. Very esoteric. Dissertations? Yes, indeed. All right. Oh, Steam? Yeah, go ahead and add, if you play multiplayer games, I don't really so much anymore, but go ahead and, yeah, feel free to add High Adder on Steam if you're into the multiplayer scene, which a lot of us are, I think. All right, that's it for me. Oh yeah, and Maldaroth. I always forget Macadamia. He's like my favorite nut. He also has a Twitch channel that he streams on fairly regularly, and it's a very chill stream with the music and just the personality that he puts out there and everything. Very chill, very friendly, and I have a good time every time I stop in on one of his streams. So his link should be in the description below too. All right. I was about to bite you. Yeah, teeth off my neck. All right, that's it for me. Thanks, guys. I'll see you around, okay?